Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Ni hao ma, howdy. Live, trance, and prosper. I'm Professor Brian David Phillips. Welcome to my home. So let's get to it. What if learning English felt like playing a game? You're scoring points, leveling up, and beating challenges, all while improving your language skills. Sounds fun, right? Well, thanks to gamified AI apps, that's now a reality. Learning language can sometimes feel like a chore. Flashcards, grammar deals, endless vocabulary lists. But what if I told you there's a way to make it exciting, even addictive? Gamified apps like Duolingo, Memrise, and Quizlet have turned English learning into a game. And you get rewards, streaks, and even leaderboards. But they actually do help you learn, or are they just another distraction? Let's dive in. In this video, I'm going to talk about how gamified AI apps and when you program a prompt into an LLM like ChatGPT, you can simulate the same effect, how these gamified approaches to language learning are changing the way we learn English as a foreign language. These apps claim to make language learning fun and effective by turning it into a game. But do they work? And more importantly, are they actually fun? Let's find out. So, what is gamification? It's basically adding game-like elements to a non-game activity to make it more engaging. Think of badges for completing lessons, streaks for daily practice, and challenges to test your skills. Apps like Duolingo were pioneers in this space, and now there are tons of options. The idea is simple. If it feels like play, you're more likely to stick with it. And this is something I do know a bit about. I love games. I've been a gamer for a long time. I'm a nerd and I'm proud of it. And as an English language teacher, I've published plenty of papers at conferences and in journals where I talk about gamification. And there was a research by Patricia Mugglestone years ago, and I quote her all the time, and that is that the curiosity motive is very effective when working with students. When students have their curiosity piqued and games help do that, they're more likely to improve and stick with it. So the idea really is simple. If it feels like play, you're more likely to stick with it and your language learning will improve. Let's start with how the apps work. When you open a gamified learning app, you're greeted with bright colors, cheerful sounds, and a clear goal. Complete today's lesson to keep your streak alive. If you get a question right, you get a reward, maybe coins or XP, experience points. Get it wrong? No worries. You just lose a heart. It's structured like a video game, which tricks your brain into thinking, I want to win. But here's the genius part. You're winning at learning. Ha ha ha, silly man. So here's my theory. Gamified apps are great for building habits and making learning feel less intimidating. They might not replace traditional study methods, but they can be a powerful tool to keep you motivated and engaged. And let's be honest, who doesn't love a little healthy competition? Take Duolingo, for example. Its leaderboard feature lets you compete with friends or random users. One week, someone might have been in a heated battle with someone named Grammar Guru 99 and spend an extra hour reviewing vocabulary just to beat them. Absolutely. Does it help you learn how to correctly use the word ubiquitous? You bet. The competitive element pushes you to practice more, and even when you don't feel like it. Then there's Memrise, which adds a layer of humor. It uses short videos of real people saying phrases in their native accents. One time, it taught a friend the phrase, "I'd like a cup of tea," with a clip of someone dramatically sipping tea in slow motion. She couldn't stop laughing, but guess what? She'll never forget that phrase. The mix of visuals and humor makes the experience stick. Now let's talk about adaptability. These apps use AI to adjust the difficulty based on your progress. For example, if you keep getting past perfect tense wrong, the app will sneak more of these questions into your practice. It's like having a teacher who knows exactly what you need to work on, and sometimes it's hilariously relentless. Okay? A friend once failed a single grammar quiz, and the app decided she needed to review it 5 more times. Thanks, AI, I get the point. But of course, gamified apps aren't perfect. Some people argue that they focus too much on rewards and not enough on deep learning. For example, you might ace a vocabulary quiz, but struggle to use these words in real conversation. And let's not forget the streak anxiety. Missing a day can feel like the end of the world. These apps are a great starting point, but they work best when paired with other learning methods. And here's a twist. Even if you're using these apps for 5 or 10 minutes a day, you're building a habit, and that's huge. The real secret to learning a language isn't mastering every rule at once. It's showing up consistently. Gamified apps make that easier by giving you small, manageable goals that feel rewarding. So, can gamified AI apps make learning English feel like playing a game? Absolutely. They're fun, engaging, and surprisingly effective at keeping you on track. But remember, they're just one piece of the puzzle. Pair them with speaking practice, reading, and real world conversations, and you'll be unstoppable. Now, I want to hear from you. What's your favorite language learning app, if any? Have you tried gamified apps like Duolingo or Memrise or prompting ChatGPT to play a game? Tell me about your experience in the comments. And if you haven't tried one yet, why not start today? Your leaderboard rivals are waiting. And remember, if you ever find yourself screaming at your phone because you lost a streak, just take a deep breath. No one's judging you. Thanks for watching, and well, that's it. Be sure to check the links in the description below, as well as the videos in this and my other YouTube channels. I am Professor Brian David Phillips, an associate professor at National Chengchi University in Taipei, Taiwan, where in addition to teaching undergraduate and graduate courses in literature and language, I am part of research project work on the use of artificial intelligence for language education. I hope you have enjoyed this video. For now, though, this is Professor Brian David Phillips saying, live, trance, and prosper. Bye-bye.
Breathe deep, close your eyes, and surrender to the cards. Let the rhythm of the symbols take you far. In the dance of the arcana, see your story start to bloom. Every flip, every turn, it's like magic in the room. Tarot trance, feel the vibe, let your spirit take a ride.